Well, it's a balmy 32 degrees here in New York, and we are out for our morning walk. This is what it looks like when we walk. This is a trail close to our home, and as you can see, there are no green leaves, there's no green anything. Everything is pretty brown and sleeping. That's what it's doing right now, but the sun is shining and it is gorgeous. Just look at this path ahead. Such a blessing to be able to walk like this. Can you guys see the pileated woodpecker?
There's another one over our head.
Oh my goodness, can you guys see him? I hope you can. Let me see if I can move. Look at him go. Welcome back to our channel, friends. My name is Emmy, my husband is Paul, and this is the channel Frugal Money Saver. So happy you're joining us today. How about the video of us taking our morning walk? A pileated woodpecker. There was one to the right of us and then one to the left of us. They were going wild. It was so neat to see this, especially in the winter when everything is so still and cold. But you know what? It's not. It's vibrant and alive when you look for it. So I had to share that with you. You know me, whenever I see something, I'm like, I gotta catch it and share it with you all. It's like you're there with us. So I hope that blessed you. We are getting ready for an Arctic blast. We're supposed to be getting, like, the nights are going to go down into the low teens and the days are going to be in the 20s. So we're in for some cold weather coming up, but we're gearing up. We're ready because spring is right around the corner, right? In today's video, I want to share with you just some encouragement. I know a lot of times when you live the frugal lifestyle, or you try to save money or cut back on expenses, you can get flack from the outside world. And I want to just encourage you today on how to deal with that and how to handle that. And I also have an amazing King Ranch chicken recipe for you. So just going to be a good video. So settle in, relax, and let's get right to it. We are doing a no spend, low spend January, and I know a lot of you who watch me are. And there's also people out there that do this. The more I'm seeing your comments, this is your lifestyle. You go for months at a time with low spend, no spend, and that is amazing. We're doing really well. I thought it would be a lot harder than it has been. It's amazing how much stuff we already have in the house that we're keeping busy with. But what I wanted to encourage you with is some of the naysayers that may come up against you as you are living this lifestyle. And I know I have touched upon this before, but I know people still struggle with that. But how do you handle when people come up against you and say, oh my goodness, what is that? How fun is life if you're not spending money? Or how can you not buy your child that toy? They want that toy. How can you not get it for them? Or why aren't you getting your nails done professionally anymore? There are a lot of things people say sometimes, I think without thinking. But to us, it can hurt sometimes. But you have to remember that this is a lifestyle choice we are making. Now, if you were to say to those people, I'm putting that toy on layaway for his birthday or for Christmas, that would be totally acceptable. They'd be like, oh, good for you. Or if you put money in a Christmas club every week and you told someone, that would be totally acceptable. But soon as you tell people you're not spending to save for the future, or for unexpected expenses, or for your mortgage payment, they look at you like you have some kind of crazy notion. We need to understand and not take that personally. What we need to tell them is we're on layaway for life, pretty much. We're putting money away for life, for a vacation, or for a new car, or to pay down our debt, or to pay down our mortgage. You know, I think sometimes it's perfectly acceptable again when you tell people I'm turning my water off, you know, when I brush my teeth because I want to save water. Well, that's awesome. Or I shut lights off so I save electricity. Well, that's great. But as soon as you start telling people that you're saving money by not buying items, that's when people seem to have the hardest time. Honestly, think about it. If you were to say, oh, you know, I'm so good about saving electricity, well, that's just awesome. But when you tell people, you know, I haven't spent money on non-essential purposes in a month, they're like, well, what fun is that? It's confusing to us, I think, sometimes. But what we have to remember, it's a life choice, and we've chosen to live this way. And when this stuff happens, you smile. This is just the lifestyle we've chosen. So when these concerned people try to say to us, well, really, do you need to live this way? Yeah, we do, because this is what we believe in. It's our money. We get to decide where that money goes. You know my mantra. So you just have to realize that when these things come at us, be strong, be proud of the lifestyle you've chosen to live. Because just as someone else will choose something that works for them in their life, that's awesome. We're all different. And we have to be secure in who we are. Because if you get discouraged in your frugal journey and you feel pressure from others to spend when you don't want to spend, then guess what? We're not being true to who we are. And I touched upon that in a video or two ago about buying things just to buy them because other people have them. We're not being true to ourselves. Or buying because we don't want to feel left out. We're not being true to ourselves. So just be strong in that. Be firm in who you are. I want to encourage you because I know sometimes it can be hard. It can be. People don't always understand. But you are doing what works for you, what works for your family, for your lifestyle. This is something we believe in. So this is just a little bit of encouragement I wanted to give you because I know a lot of us this month and in upcoming months are doing the no spend, low spend challenge. Any changes we make in our lives that others notice, there's always going to be naysayers. So just stick firm, hold true to who you are. Tune into one of our videos, leave me a comment, and you know I will always encourage you. I promise. Okay, so I hope this just gives you a little boost, just a little warm virtual hug, letting you know you're not alone in your journey, okay? So now what I want to share with you is a King Ranch chicken recipe with a little bacon, with a little cheddar cheese, a little honey mustard. It is so good. Here's the recipe, super quick, super frugal, and so delicious. Here it is. We're gonna make a recipe today called King Ranch Chicken, and it is a Pioneer Woman recipe. I have never tried it, but it looked really good and there was bacon in it. So can you lose if there's bacon in it? So the first thing we're gonna do is create a marinade, which is going to be super simple. I have a 1/4 cup of honey, and then I have a 1/4 cup of mustard. This is just some spicy brown mustard, whatever kind you like. If you have some whole grain, that would probably work really well too. Then I'm going to take the juice of about 1/4 lemon, and I'm just going to put that through. I'm making a half a recipe. I'm not making the whole recipe. So I'm cutting back the marinade ingredients a little bit. All right, I think I saw a pick go in. Let's get that out. Okay, got it. And to this, I'm gonna add a little paprika, probably about a half a teaspoon. Do it to eye. And then I'm going to add some red chili peppers. You do not have to add this, but just give it a little kick. Whisk this together. And this is gonna be our marinade for our chicken. So it's like a honey mustard sauce that's a little bit spicy. Now we're gonna move over here, and what Paul did for me was he took some chicken breasts. This is one big chicken breast that was on the bone. He cut it away from the bone. He pounded it slightly, just so it's not super thick. And I put the bone in the freezer to use for soup. Now what I'm going to do is just take these and put them in a container and then cover them with our marinade. And we're going to put these back in the refrigerator. The marinade is on top, and what I did was I flipped each piece so that it was completely covered. Make sure you turn them so that deliciousness soaks in to every corner of this chicken. This is going to be so flavorful. We're gonna put this in the refrigerator. We're going to cover it. Make sure you cover it. Do not leave this on your counter. Stick it in the refrigerator, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours, and let this just marinate and soak up all that yummy, delicious mustard and honey and spices. It's going to be so good. While the chicken is marinating, we fried up 2 pieces of bacon nice and crisp, because that's going to go on top of the chicken. And I kept the bacon grease. Now, we're only 2 people. I'm cooking for 2. The original recipe will be linked down below in my description box. It said to keep a 1/4 cup of the bacon grease. Now, I know that they said to cook a lot more bacon, but a 1/4 cup of bacon grease sounds like a lot to me, even if you did cook all the bacon it called for, but that's, you know, you use your judgment. So I must have about 2 tablespoons here. What I am going to do is take about a tablespoon out of this. I'm going to put it in the bacon grease cup for the refrigerator. So let me just get a little bit of this out of here. To this, I am going to add about a tablespoon of oil, regular vegetable oil. So now, and I left all those brown little crispy, tasty bacon bits in. So that's how much oil I'm starting with to fry the amount of chicken we have. And then here's our beautiful chicken breasts that have been marinating for several hours. And we're gonna put these in. And I have a nice big frying pan here, so I think I am going to be able to fit it all in because we don't have that much chicken going in. Yes, we will. Oh, great. There we go. And you're going to want to discard the marinade that the chicken was cooked in because that is contaminated with raw chicken. I preheated the oven to 400 because after this chicken cooks for about a minute and a half each side, it's going to go into a 9x13 pan or a cookie sheet with sides, and it's going to cook in a 400 oven. Be careful when you're turning them, they splatter. Okay, just be aware that when you turn this, it's going to splatter. So then we're going to do another minute and a half on this side as well. Chicken is done. I'm just going to transfer it. You can hear this sizzling because I heated the pan up while the oven was preheating. Now the question is, do we pour this on top, Paul? What do you think?
I think so.
All right, so we're going to pour a little of this mixture on top, and we're going to put it in the oven for about 10 minutes. I did switch pans for aesthetic reasons, and I will show you the pan after the video that it was originally cooked in. I should not have poured the marinade over the chicken because what happened is there was honey in the marinade. I was not thinking, and it made the bottom of the pan kind of black. So, but these are done. We let them cook for about 10 minutes at 400. Now we're just topping these tasty little morsels with some grated cheddar cheese. And again, this is a smaller portion because there's just the two of us, but you can make it whatever size you would like. And now, if it can't get any better, let's add some bacon crumbles that we just cooked and put that over it. Oh, this is gonna be so good. I mean, what could be bad? Chicken, honey mustard, bacon, cheddar cheese, really. Now what I'm going to do is pop it in the oven for literally a minute to melt the cheese. Look at this plate. We have some marinated string beans. What I do is I just take some frozen string beans and I blanch them real quickly. And then I add a delicious Italian marinade. You can use bottled Italian dressing. I used the Caesar tableside that I had bought of Ken's and just put them in the refrigerator overnight marinating, and they come out wonderful. We have our mashed potatoes and our chicken. All right, Paul, I'm ready. Let's see what he says. Let's see if I can get you good here. What are you trying first, chicken?
Chicken. Try it. Let's see. Looks delicious.
Thank you.
You're not going to like it at all, so I'll finish it all. No, it's absolutely delicious.
Thank you. Is it
Wow.
really?
Yeah. The mustard isn't
Let me come over
overbearing.
here with you so I'm not putting you on a... Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, the mustard isn't overbearing. It's got a
Okay.
great mustard flavor, but it's not like mustard on a hot dog taste.
Right.
Then the cheese gives it that little extra, and then the bacon. No, it's great. This is yeah,
Okay, try the mashed potatoes. If there's a difference,
Instapot mashed potatoes.
get Dixie's tail.
It's good.
Is
Good.
it different? I mean, worth...
Yeah, you know, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's either boil water on the stove or throw it in the pot. So
Spoken like a true man.
let's try this.
Oh, the green beans.
I'm a green bean guy. I love green beans.
All in all?
This is a thumbs up.
All right, thank you. So there
Definitely.
you go. Okay, Dixie's here. Say hi, Mommy. This is your cameo.
Say
Look
hi.
at Mommy. Dixie, you want to go for a ride? No, we keep it real. So this is what happened. You do not pour the marinade over the chicken. The marinade that was on the chicken was fine. As you can see, it didn't burn. It was fine. It was around the chicken. And that's because of the honey. So that was silly on my part. That was so delicious. As you can see, Paul loved it. Now, I was asking him about the potatoes because I very rarely use my Instapot. A lot of you know that. I'm like, I'm kind of on the fence with it. So I made the mashed potatoes because I heard how amazing mashed potatoes were in the Instapot. And I know a lot of you have an Instapot. I am still not 100% comfortable with using it, that whole steam release, and I don't know, they make me nervous. But I figured, let me try it on the mashed potatoes. I have to say, oh my gosh, I saw such a difference in the Instapot mashed potatoes than in the boil on top of the stove potatoes. To me, they were creamier. Now, Paul, well, either way is good, but he'll eat pretty much any kind of potato. Honestly, he loves potatoes so much, but I thought these were really, really good. And I can link the recipe down below that we used. It was super simple. The King Ranch chicken, oh my gosh. And I will link that below as well. I just want to thank you for spending this time with us. I hope this video blessed you. We love to hang out with you. You know how much it means to us. We appreciate you so much. Please stay safe, stay well. We wish you blessings, and until our next video, bye-bye.